Reese right here with Adore Her Beauty, back with another video. Do me a favor, click that subscribe button, and thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I want to talk about the relationship between waxing and skincare. Over the course of time with my own personal wax journey and in the professional industry, I have come to the realization that waxing and skincare go hand in hand. I think oftentimes a lot of people with their personal experiences with waxing, they come to say, oh, waxing made my skin dark. Waxing made my skin break out. I don't like it. It just like my skin didn't react well to it. And that is because you're only applying one element or one facet of a twofold or, partnership thing. So, yeah, getting rid of the hair is one facet, one element of, this journey that we're on. And that, I mean, it doesn't, it isn't specific to facial, which is what we're showing, even with the highlighted photo that I'm using. But I mean, it goes in hand when you are waxing any part of your body, your legs or arms or whatever, like the same rules apply. So when you are waxing, again, as you know, for those who may not, you are also exfoliating the skin, which means you're removing the outer surface layer or a dead layer of skin. You're not just applying the wax to the hair and just taking the hair up. You're doing that and you're removing old skin. So then once you remove that old skin and the unwanted hair, the body begins a process. It begins a process, and actually with the skin, the process is already ongoing. Um, but it begins a process where the skin is now going to regenerate more skin cells. So those skin cells that you removed now have another layer rising to the top. And the same thing goes for the hair. When you remove hair follicles, you have other hair follicles that are in other phases and stages. So if you don't work the middle, you're going to get results that are unfavorable. So skincare is very, very important when it comes to waxing. So what do you want to do when it comes to taking care of your skin? The first thing is to make sure that you are regularly exfoliating 2 to 3 times a week after you are waxing. And you want to like follow the regular regimen steps of cleansing the skin. Again, exfoliating the skin, applying some type of serums or hydration to the skin, keeping the skin soft, supple, and moisturized. This will prevent that outer skin cell layer of hardening and trapping hair. Also, you don't want to pick at ingrowns. You want them to naturally resolve by the products that you use. And when it comes to situations of like you're getting breakout and bumps, I hear a lot of people say they get little white bumps from when they're waxing. So this can be due to a few reasons. I'm going to name a couple, but I think the number one culprit to getting those little white bumps after you wax is because your skin was susceptible to your environment. So again, like I said, when you are waxing, you're removing the outer layer of skin and you're removing the hair, which puts your skin in a very vulnerable state. It's in a very like exposed state. So anything that comes in contact with that new fresh skin can and will cause a type of reaction. And what do? Once we got super smooth skin, the hair isn't there anymore. The first thing that we do is we rub. We got to feel how it, how it feels. It feels smooth. There's no prickle feeling. There's no rough texture to it. It feels like baby skin. And if you're doing that with unclean hands, if you like laying on dirty pillows and blankets and whatever that it may be clean, but it's not clean, and then your skin is picking up whatever is in the environment. If you're touching your face with unwashed hands, that is getting on your skin. So I really do believe that is the number one culprit for those little white bumps after waxing. Another reason could be because of that formulation. Now, All wax formulations are not created equal. Some have different ingredients in them that may not work with your skin. That's why we recommend you doing a patch test a day before you actually wax a larger area so you can see how your skin is going to react to that particular formulation. But people just quick to give up and say, "Oh, I tried it one time. It wasn't for me. I'm not trying it." But with anything comes learning. It comes, it comes down to you having to acclimate yourself, and especially with waxing, because you're removing the hair fully from the follicle. Your body thinks something traumatic is happening. Your body does not know that you intentionally rip follicles, rip hair from the follicles. Like your body don't know, like, hey, Janice did this, so we just gonna chill. They're gonna be like, no, alert, alert, alarm, sound the alarms, get the fire department here. Something's wrong. And that's what your body does. That's another reason for the bumps, because your body is responding to the trauma. Listen, of course, we want this done. Of course, we are in control of doing it, but it is traumatic for the body, especially on your first time. So the body is releasing histamine, trying to heal itself, because it's like these hairs are computed. They're designed to be here. Now they're just abruptly gone, hundreds at one time. Send help. Send the band aid. The band aid is the melanin. That's why you get the spots afterwards, because the body is trying to heal itself. So that is why you will experience those little white bumps. You also can experience an itchy regrowth when you're waxing. So some people give up on waxing because, it's itching growing back. Well, let me explain that, and then I'll dive into what we're actually here to talk about, which is the skincare. The reason why you have the itchy regrowth is because hair is trying to now push through that brand new skin. Well, the skin is not as brand new as the day you waxed it, but by the time the hair cycle begins to flourish to a point where the hair is trying to break through, that's what's causing the itchy regrowth. The hair is literally trying to punch its way through the skin. So what you do to aid and remedy that is that you start to exfoliate. You help work down that skin by the exfoliation process so that the hairs can break free. Now, the reason why skincare is important, and you can see this client's skin before the wax, her skin looks like really dry. It looks like it's desiring thirst. The hair on her face is very like dense, thick, coarse, and wiry. And she has those little bumps. Those bumps are from trapped hairs. So waxing will release a lot of those. Um, Sometimes the hair is trapped superficially, it's not like a really deep ingrown, and I will wax over those areas because it will create an opening for the hair to come out. And either the hair will come out with the wax, because remember the wax is also removing a little thin layer of skin, and so the hair will come up with that, or if not, it will remove that little skin layer and it will free the hair, which then I go back in and tweeze it. But the reason for the skincare, especially with a hirsutism facial treatment, is because that facial process is helping to calm and soothe the skin. You're putting back hydration, you're putting back moisture. You're using products that have ingredients that are going to like reduce inflammation. And when you do it properly, you can get an instant result like what you're seeing in this picture. This is a literal before and a literal after. This was no weeks of progress, and you can just kind of see how her skin looks more happy, looks more relaxed, look less strained. And so that is why you have to incorporate skincare with your waxing. Don't just wax and don't follow up with your proper home care, because the skin is going to yield results that you're not happy with. So if you want like a example regimen of some products you can use and techniques and steps, let me know. I will definitely share that in the next video, a process that you can do to like help soothe your skin. And then you'll be able to do this again at any area that you wax, whether it's your legs, your arms. It may need some pivoting for the body, but for the face, if you need help with ingrowns and hyperpigmentation, definitely like leave a comment below and I will help as much as I can. I also offer virtual consultations if you want to have like a more in-depth one-on-one guide to help you get your skin in a much better place. And honestly, let me tell you this, the same rules apply for acne. Right, an ingrown hair and an inflamed acne pore is the exact same thing, but we can talk about that later. So I hope that you found this video to be very informative and insightful. And now that you know that it is a twofold process, and you can begin implementing that process, and to ensuring that your skin looks the absolute best that it can. Again, I am Reese Wright with Adore Her Beauty. If you're in the Baton Rouge area, I am accepting new clients. Come get waxed full body, head to toe. Yes, I literally have done head wax before. Also, I offer makeup application for special occasions and events, and I offer skincare and facials. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Reese Wright with Adore Her Beauty, signing out.